I remember I picked you up one time and wanted you to work out with the Bashara brothers because they're fellow Muslims, and I'm like, oh, you guys would get along. I picked you up and you're like, oh, I'm sparring Sean Strickland. I go, wait, what? No, dude, he's not nice like us. The dude can be a dick. Like, I'm friends with Sean, but like, he's gonna try to hurt you. But
he's getting more red pilled, Sean. I see him talking about Israel more and how we shouldn't fund them.
Yeah, I've definitely had some talks with Sean, but those are private. We'll see.
I had a feeling you played a part in that because I saw him tweet about like how much money we're giving away to. I'm like, Jake must have been in his ear.
I'm not saying anything, but but anyways, but you got a lot of courage to spar Sean. This guy's like 230 pounds, way bigger than you, a world champion. That took a lot of courage to go in there. Even a lot of fighters were like looking at you, being like, "Are you sure you want to do this, Sneako?" And you took a beating like a man. Like he never put you down. I mean, he beat the crap out of you, but you took it like a man. You never complained. I think you earned a lot of respect from fighters that day because guys are like, "Wow, this kid is tough. He took a beating. He didn't cry about it. He didn't." And you still worked out with the Bashar brothers after that. Like, what was that moment like doing that situation?
I was a little bit out of it. It was good though. It makes you want to keep on training. You know, I think towards the beginning of the year I was way more focused up, and then the summer came and I started traveling a lot. But I was really focused on MMA in the beginning of the year. I definitely got to bring it back. I think that would elicit more respect from people if I was a more proficient fighter and I also put on some size. I keep saying that, but I get disrespected sometimes, and I don't think it would happen if I had more of that presence. So I'm getting sick of that.
Yeah, I think you're true because I'm very, very rarely people disrespect me because they know, there'll be consequences. Like I don't know, the guy Mike Jackson was talking crap about me.
I saw he called you a Nazi or something.
Yeah, right. And then we agreed to fight each other on site. He fought. We both fought in UFC in the same weight. I walk in the gym and I see him there. I'm like, oh, it's time. Let's go, boy. And he starts making excuses like, oh, no, I meant like we can fight in Houston instead. I'm like, no, bro, we have an agreement. So when I literally starts running around the gym, I caught him, throw him on the ground, start slapping him. Yeah. I got dragged off. He pressed charges on me. Called the cops, pressed charges.
Pressing charges. Do you still facing those charges?
I got the case dismissed. But fighters get in fight gyms pretty often. The fact that he challenged me to a fight and then pressed charges, that guy's the biggest bitch. Right?
I didn't even know that was like you're allowed to do that. Literally a fight gym.
Yeah, it was so ridiculous. But what do you think? I know a lot of people were very critical of Sean Strickland because he went way in the fight world. A lot of people were mad at him for going too hard on you. I thought it was a little ridiculous, but I think it was also good that you kind of realized that you agreed to spar him, so you kind of got.
Yeah, no, I'm not upset about that. And I said this before. In a weird way, I'm grateful because. I mean, if it wasn't filmed, I probably would not be. But like the amount of respect that I gained and how that changed people's perception. Same thing for Rabbi Shmuley. Yeah. Like I'm grateful because he made himself look bad to help me look good. And in a way, that conversation that was supposed to happen. I like having conversations like that because then you get to test where your abilities are at as a man.
No, you showed. You won't do it often, but you showed you have courage. And people ask me, "Were you mad when Sean did that?" And I go, "A little bit, but I wasn't that mad because I did tell you he was going to try to hurt you."
Yeah, and I knew that it was supposed to happen.
Yeah,
and it helped me face something that I would never be able to face without that. Like he gave me something in a way. Like when else am I going to be able to fight a UFC champion? Going full on and know that I did that. So now I have something that other people don't have.
Yeah, you took a lot of hard shots.
And the people don't know what they're going to be like in that scenario. Now I know I have that capability and knowledge. I want to see how Sean's doing. I liked him before, but even before that sparring, I liked it. Speaking about wokeness, I think it's really good. Yeah. And roasting the Canadian reporter, all that stuff. That stuff I really like. And yeah, I hope he's doing well.
I think he's doing good. I've been trying to get my podcast. I think we'll get on at some point, but he's like hard to get on a podcast. But I'll try to connect you guys, see if he wants to not spar you again, but like train you.
He said he would. Sean Strickland said if I spar him, he's going to do the interview.
So I'll remind him when I see
him.
He
owes me.
He does owe you an interview. You're right. He did agree to that. So he does owe you an interview. Mm-hmm. So I'll tell him when I see him.
And it would be good. I mean, there's a good build up to the story, and I respect the guy.
Yeah, but a lot of fighters are really critical of Sean for that.
Oh, they were. And I think there's too much, and I think that it's necessary that we talk because every time I talk to someone new, they're like, Sean, what an asshole, what a fucking, like, everyone always says that. And I don't think that he's a bad guy.
No. And that was why I kind of had to stick up for Sean a little bit, because it's like, well, I did tell you he was going to try to hurt you.
And he said
I think other people told you that too, right?
He has a reputation for doing that.
Everyone was telling you in the gym that day, like, hey, bro, he's going to hurt you.
Everybody says that. So I knew what I was stepping into. So I want to see him kind of clear that. I think the reason he's avoiding it is because he's like, oh, fuck, why'd I do that? I think he regrets it a bit. He's probably like, oh, that fucking
I don't think he minds being the bad guy. I think he likes being the bad guy.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like people.
I think he enjoys being the bad guy.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't think you realized you had such a bad concussion because didn't you go up to Nate and spar with Nate? So obviously was going light with you, but you went and sparred Nate a couple of days later.
I sparred Nate 2 days later, and then I went back to Miami, and then everyone in the gym is like, yo, we got to work on it. He took so many shots, and they're like, let's do defensive drills. And so I'm here covering up, and they're just hitting, and I did a drill where I'm supposed to catch punches, and after that drill, that's what I was like, all right, now I have a concussion. Yeah.
Like you should not have been sparring Nate Diaz after that, but you also can't say no if Nate Diaz is like, you want to spar.
They said in the gym, his coach is like, no, you have to do 3 rounds. I'm like, I'll do 1. I just sparred Sean. Nope. This is the
you
rule.
Have to. If you go to the gym.
Rules of the gym. So I did it.
You got the gym rules. If you there's rules set. You got to do certain rounds and stuff. I think that's why our team was successful.
But Nate didn't want to do it on camera. Like he said, they cut the camera off. So
no, he doesn't like filming a lot of stuff. But I'm sure he was not near as mean as Sean. I'm sure he hit you a little bit. But
oh no, he was. It was like, come on.
Yeah, playing around. But yeah, Nate's a phenomenal boxer and such a good dude.
He is. Yeah, he can. I don't know how his stamina's like that. This is like some of these guys are freaks in nature. Like Trump at 78. He isn't. I think Dana White was just on a podcast talking about how Trump doesn't even drink water. He drinks Coca-Cola. I can imagine. I've never seen him drink water. He's a soda guy, burger, milkshakes, American hot dogs. He likes to eat golf course food. Yeah. But he's a tank. He's still up at 78 doing all this stuff. Nate Diaz is like, he smokes and he parties and stuff. People know this stuff. It's public. Yeah. But he still has some of the best conditioning I've seen of a fighter, especially at his age. Like some people are just built different.
Well, Nate, this weekend, tell the story. He's like, the reason I got tough is one night with the first time in Vegas, he was I don't know, he was like 17 or something. We were supposed to train in the morning. We went out and just drank all night. And Nate's like, oh, cool, we're not training tomorrow. And all of a sudden, I'm waking him up in the morning, like we're training. And he was just so hungover. And we went to the gym and just mobbed people up. And he's like, after that, I go, well, if Jake's gonna make me train, that means I can drink and still go train the next day. I've been friends with him since like 16. Again, just such a good, honest, like loyal, like he's like a brother to me, basically.
Yeah, you know a lot of these guys for a long time. I forget that.
Nick, Nate, like we all came up training together, which is unusual in fighting. Usually everyone like switches to power teams, but we were like him and Gil Melendez. We were all like teenagers together, coming up all at the same gym, just young, broke, poor, angry kids with nothing. We all taught each other and succeeded. It's like we helped coach each other, and luckily we've been able to keep our brotherhood all the years. No falling outs. It's rare in life. Yeah, that's why I'm talking. That's why I was making fun of your industry, because everyone's always talking shit. I know. Like we would never do stuff like that. It's so weird seeing that. Like someone talked. I had people come up and like talk shit about Nate and then want a picture with me or something. It's like, get the fuck away from me. You think you can insult my friend and get a picture with me? It's like, I don't roll that way. Like we don't. That's not how we are in our world. So it's just so different seeing.
It's a completely different world. It's very foreign, and it's not even just like people of my generation. It's like older people. It's so commonplace now. I've had so many people turn on me, or like, it's just. And I think especially politics aside, I think, if you're friends in real life, like that should be paramount.
Dude, friendships is so important, loyalty. But loyalty is a two-way street. So if people aren't showing it back to you, then it's like they're just taking from you. And I've been so fortunate. I didn't realize how good the fight world was, where we're loyal to each other. We always helped each other out. I would help Nick train for a fight, but I knew afterwards I could call him and he would help me train for a fight. Other guys I would help train for a fight, and then I call him afterwards, like, oh, I'm not training right now. And that's just never how it was in our crew. We were always helping each other, which is why we were successful. You need people around you to help you elevate and grow.
Yeah, you need to have that crew of people. That's what I'm looking for in Florida. I'm wondering where to go. I was thinking, I like being back in New York. It was good to be, because I have my OG friends. It was every time I go back to New York, I'm like, oh yeah, I have like real friends. I don't have these industry streamer friends. These people would never switch on me. They have my back. I have theirs. And it was just simple things like bro code. Like you don't even need to discuss that. It's understood. With a streamer friend or an influencer friend, you have to look at them like they're going to be, even when you give them information.
You got to be careful what you say.
They're downloading that information, ready to, like, they're like, oh, this is a clip.
But like you, I know I can share private information from. That's what I clicked right away. I'm good at reading people. I'm like, oh, this is a good dude. That's why I was so confused, all the hate you got. I could just good read people like, oh, this is a good, genuine, honest dude.
Where do you think it comes from, from your perspective?
The loyalty or the fakeness?
Why do so many people turn on me like that?
I think they're just so out for themselves. They do whatever's trendy.
Yeah.
No, I was trying to figure out too. It was weird when people turn on you. That's what I was thinking, because you always are so loyal to people, and I see them turn on you. And even, you and Nick have a weird relationship, because Nick loves you, I think, but you guys like battle sometimes. But it's like, but I think he still does like you a lot. But it's just weird. You're always fighting with these, and some of these guys like fully turning on you. It's weird. I think maybe they're jealous. You've been so successful without a YouTube and stuff.
It could be that, and I think it's also what I talk about. You know, if you speak about God and you speak about, like, I talk about Islam a lot. I think that's off-putting to people. So you're receptive to it, like because you went to the masjid and you're open to it.
That's actually interesting. After I think it was the day after you sparred Sean Strickland.
No, the same day.
Same day. Right after you invited me to mosque, and at first I'm like, oh, I'm not Muslim, I can't come. And you're like, no, bro, he's come. You can come in. And I'm just like, I was a little nervous to go, and I went there and I was treated so good despite not being a Muslim. I was like, wow, this is cool. Everyone's like
friendly,
so nice, respectful. There were several fighters that didn't know were Muslims from the gym that were in there. We all prayed together. They were okay with me not being a Muslim. Everyone was so friendly after. I'm like, okay, that's why I don't know why people shit in Islam. I've always been treated so good by Muslims. I've been to some of those countries, and of course there's bad Muslims. There's bad of every people.
Bad everybody, yeah.
But as a whole, I've had great relationships with Muslims. So I don't like all this shitting on Islam stuff I see.